Hello student, my name is Hitesh and you are watching my channel, Your Classroom at Home. If you really want to increase your mathematics skills, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel. In today's lecture, student, I am going to solve a good question on the basis of short tricks which I have discussed in my previous lectures. So, if you have missed these videos, don't worry, I have given the link of these videos in my description box. So let's come to the point. Question says, find the value of k such that point P, k, k square lies inside the triangle bounded by the lines x plus 2y minus 3 equals to 0, 2x plus 3y minus 1 equals to 0, and 5x minus 6y minus 1 equals to 0. First of all, I will fairly trace the graph of these equations. First equation is x plus 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Let's say this is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. When y equals to 0, then minus 3 become positive on this side and x will be 3. Let's say this is the point 3, 0. Now, if x equals to 0, then minus 3 become positive on this side upon 2. Then y will be 3 by 2. Let's say this is 1 and 2. 3 by 2 lie in the middle of 1 and 2. So this is the point 0, 3 by 2. Now, join these 2 points to form the straight line of this equation. Let's say this is 0, 3 by 2. Now, draw the graph of this equation. 2x plus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. If y equals to 0, then minus 1 become positive on this side upon 2. Then x will be 1 by 2. Let's say this is the point 1 by 2, 0. When x equals to 0, then minus 1 become further positive to this side. Then y equals to 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3, let's say this is the point 1 upon 3. This point becomes 0, 1 upon 3. Now, join these 2 points to draw a line of this equation. Let's say this is equation number 1. X plus 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Let's say this is the straight line of equation 2nd. 2x plus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. Now, draw the line for this equation. 5x minus 6y minus 1 equals to 0. If y equals to 0, then minus 1 become positive on this side and x will be 1 upon 5. Let's say this is the point 1 upon 5, 0. When x equals to 0, then this minus 1 become positive on this side. Then y will equals to 1 upon minus 6. Let's say this point is 0, minus 1 upon 6. Now, join these 2 points to form a line of the equation 5x minus 6y minus 1 equals to 0. 5x minus 6y minus 1 equals to 0. Let's say this is our third line. Now, P is the point which is laying inside this triangle. The coordinate of P is k, comma k square. Now consider the first equation, that is x plus 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Here the point P and origin lie on the same side, and we know that the points which lie on the same side of the line give the same sign of inequality. So put origin here. 0 plus 0 is 0. Minus 3 is lesser than 0. So by putting point P k comma k square in first equation, then k plus 2k square minus 3 is less than 0, or we can say 2k square plus k minus 3 is less than 0. Now I am going to factorize this quadratic polynomial by shortcut trick. 3 to the 6. Factorize 6 into 2 parts such that their difference will be 1. 3 to the 6. So divide each part by the coefficient of k square. It means 3 is divided by 2 and 2 is divided by 2. This is 1. Now this part will be positive and this will be negative. So factors of this polynomial will be k plus 3 upon 2 into k minus 1 is less than 0. Now represent this inequality on number line as, let's say this is minus 3 upon 2. This is 1. Now by using wavy method, we can find the solution set of this inequality easily. This part will be positive, this will be negative, and this will be positive. But here our requirement is the left hand side of this inequality must be lesser than 0. It means this is our required interval, minus 3 by 2 to 1. These are the solution of given inequality. Now consider the equation second. For this equation, origin and P are on the opposite side of this line. So by putting the value of origin in this equation, 0 plus 0 minus 1, minus 1 is smaller than 0. But point P and origin are on the opposite side of this line. So these points will give the opposite sign of inequality. So by putting the coordinate of point P, k comma k square in this equation, 2k plus 3k square minus 1 will be greater than 0, since these 2 points are lie on the opposite side of this line. So this point will give the opposite sign of inequality. So here we have reversed the sign of inequality. These inequalities can be written further as 3k square plus 2k minus 1 is greater than 0. Now factorize this quadratic polynomial. 3 1 is 3. Now break 3 into 2 parts such that their difference will be 2. 3 1 is 3. Now divide these two numbers by the coefficient of k square. Now this factor will be positive and this will be negative. So the factor of this quadratic polynomial will be k plus 1 and k minus 1 upon 3 is greater than 0. Now represent the solution set on number line. Let's say this is minus 1 and this is 1 upon 3. By wavy method, the solution set will be this and this. Now consider the third equation. For this equation, origin and P lie on the same side. So by putting the value of origin in this equation. 0 minus 0 minus 1 minus 1 is lesser than 0. So by putting the coordinate of the point P in this equation, we get the same sign of inequality. Therefore, 5k minus 6k square minus 1 is less than 0. Or we can say minus 6k square plus 5k minus 1 is less than 0. Now multiply both sides of inequality by minus 1. Then the sign of the inequality will be reversed. Therefore, 6k square minus 5k plus 1 become greater than 0. Now factorize this quadratic polynomial. 6 1 is 6. Now break 6 into 2 parts such that their sum will be 5. 3 2 is 6. Now divide these two numbers by the coefficient of k square upon 6 upon 6. 3 1 is 3. 3 2 is 6. 2 1 is 2. 2 3 is 6. And these two numbers will be negative in sign. So the factor of this quadratic polynomial will be k minus 1 upon 2 and k minus 1 upon 3 is greater than 0. Now represent the solution set of this inequality on number line. Let's say this is 1 upon 3. Let's say this is 1 upon 2. By using wavy method, we can find the solution set easily. All these points are the solution of given inequality. Similarly, points toward the left hand side of 1 upon 3 are also the solution of given inequality. Now our requirement is to find the value of k. So combine these three inequalities. Let's say this is minus 3 upon 2. Let's say this is minus 1. Let's say this is 1 upon 3. And let's say this is 1 upon 2. And this is 1. Solution side of this inequality is minus infinity to minus 1. And 1 upon 3 to infinity. These are the solution set of this inequality. Here the solution set of this inequality lie between minus 3 upon 2 to 1. So minus 3 upon 2 to 1. And the solution set of this inequality is minus infinity to 1 upon 3 union 1 upon 2 to infinity. Therefore, minus infinity to 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 2 to infinity. So the common set of these three inequalities is this and this. So k belongs to minus 3 upon 2 to minus 1 union 1 upon 2 to 1. So this is our repair set for k. So student, I have solved this question by using the concept the position of a point with respect to line and wavy method. I also factorize quadratic polynomial with the help of Vedic maths. But you can even solve this question without using these shortcut tricks. But here I prefer to use shortcut tricks since shortcut tricks are very useful in MCQ type questions. Shortcut trick saves our time during examination. So keep watching my videos and keep practicing. Thank you. Take care.